Hello and welcome to a What Sold video. This is going to be everything that I sold the first week of September, so September 1st to September 7th. And I actually have more than just eBay to share with you, but only one other sale. And it's Etsy. I actually sold this tally-ho wool skirt. I picked this up at an estate sale and I paid roughly like $4 for it. On Etsy, you see here that I sold it for $50, and that is because sales over $35 have free shipping. So I just kind of incorporate that into the price, and yeah, so this sold for $50. It cost about, $8 to ship it because it was a heavy wool skirt, and I modeled it, and I think that helped sell it. So really happy that this sold and that this beautiful vintage piece went to a new home. Miss Maxie, of course, is down here begging for the hand to pet her. So I'm now going to pick her up and we're going to go over to eBay because eBay is the main bay. I sold this Bowden skirt for $13. I picked this up at a thrift store for $4, and I like picking up Bowden. It's very bread and butter for me. As long as I can get it for under $5, I'm pretty happy with it. Next item is a book. Again, I found two amazing windfalls of books where a local bookstore, I'm guessing a secondhand store, went out of business and donated all of their books to the restore locally, and so I have been listing books like a fiend. This is Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman. I paid like 50 cents for this and it sold for $8.88 on an offer. Totally happy with this. I also sold this Flashdance album. I paid $2 for this. It sold for my full asking price of $9.87, and it was really awesome to listen to this front and back. I thought about keeping this, but I also felt like, oh, I'll list it and maybe it'll hang around for a while. Nope, it immediately sold. So happy that it went on to a new home and I got an opportunity to listen to it. So this is a lot of 3D Lawrence books. I actually originally wasn't going to get these, but then I realized, oh wait, there's volume 1 through 3. They were just in different locations in the store. So I grabbed them all. I paid 30 cents for the books, not per each book. I paid 30 cents in total. And I sold them as a lot for $12.87. It's free shipping, so I made like nine bucks off of this. So I thought that was great. So this is a vintage piece. I don't remember where I picked this up at. I either picked this up at that estate sale that kicked me out, or I picked this up at Diversity Thrift. So either way, I paid $1 for it. So it sold for $10. I was surprised that it took a while to sell because normally these abstract 90s pieces do well for me, but it took a while, and I'm still just happy that I made a good profit. This is something I originally picked up for myself, but that gusset was not big enough for my back end. I decided to go ahead and sell it. It sold for $25 and the buyer paid for shipping, and I paid $6 for this at a Goodwill. Another book from that big book buyout, I paid 10 cents for this, sold for $9.87. So again, I made, $5, really easy. Again, these books are super easy to list. I scan it, front, back, crease it to show like the spine, and then an inside to show what edition it is, and we're done. So it's 4 photos and a scan, and it's great. I love it. This is, I know for certain, from that estate sale I got kicked out of. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link that video up above to show you everything that I picked up on that day. But this is a vintage Fendi scarf. It's my first time finding authentic Fendi, and the fact I found it in the rain in a little canopy at an estate sale is very funny to me. I paid $4 for this and it sold for $40. So this was a great sale, and I'm super, super happy about that. This is something I picked up at Diversity Thrift. I think that's funny that I was like, well, this I got at the estate sale, this I got at Diversity. I paid $1 for this. I figured that it's probably going to be either like an Eras tour type of thing, or it's going to be like a Halloween costume, or maybe somebody actually just needed it for cheerleading. But it's a vintage cheerleader uniform. I paid $1 for it and sold for my full asking price of $17.87, and I thought that was great. This next item had a few things going for, which is why I picked it up. I have talked about restaurant wear multiple times on this channel, and I like to save it because in my area, if stuff doesn't sell within a month, most stuff gets smashed and trashed. So this had both, it was vintage restaurant wear, and it was also from Caesar's Palace, which is one of the big casinos out in Las Vegas. And I paid 79 cents for this plate, and it sold for $12.87, and then the buyer paid $12 for shipping. So someone paid basically $25 for this plate that I paid 79 cents for. It did take a while to sell, but still super happy about that. This is a pair of Under Armour's swishy track pants. I picked these up at the bins, so I think I have like $1 into these, and they sold for $9.50. Under Armour is a brand that I like to pick up at the bins, or if I can get it for $1 or less. It doesn't sell for a lot, but it does sell very consistently for me. And then the last sales I have to share with you actually all went to a viewer, Drinking Buddy, who has been watching my YouTube channel for a while now, also came from Twitch. He came over from there and has supported me everywhere, which again, Drinking Buddy, if you're watching this, thank you so much. It's very sweet of you. Sent me a lovely message, and this was a pile of gifts for himself and for his family. He bought this vintage Revereware stainless steel bowl set for me and these vintage salt and pepper grinders. Paid $31.74, and I refunded some of the shipping for that. I put everything in one big box, but I had to refund shipping a few times in order to make up for it. I always try to refund shipping if it's a big discrepancy, and because I have fixed rate prices on my shipping, if you buy a lot of stuff and don't like check out in a certain way, I can't send you an invoice for the correct amount, so I just have to refund it. But he was very understanding about that. He also bought this new Victoria's Secret piece. This came up in a thread-up box, so everything was $1 because it was a thread-up t-shirt box. And then this small men's Champion pullover, I believe that also came in a thread-up box, but that was a men's thread-up box, and he paid $27.74 for these, and then I had to refund him shipping as well. This beautiful dress is the dress that I fixed. This I picked up for $1 at Diversity Thrift. I had to restitch pretty much the whole dress back together, one whole side of the dress back together. I had to restitch. It had a lovely slit up the side, but it went all the way up to the waistband and then some over, so I had to stitch the waistband back together. I had to stitch the slit back together. And also one sleeve was coming off as well. So basically this whole side was just in pieces, but I put everything back together. It was all came away in the seams, and then this was a really nice thick polyester, so it didn't tear anything. It just needed to honestly be re-sewn back together. And he bought this for me for $49.87, which is amazing, and thank you, especially since I paid $1 for this. And then all of these as well. So he bought this Yogalicious pullover. I had originally purchased this for myself, but it was a little bit too small in the shoulders for me. I just thought it was really pretty. I know I don't normally wear pink, but Yogalicious stuff is incredibly soft. It is so comfortable. Also this impeccable pig piece, which is actually a gift from Melissa, but it was before I started doing the Bronco stuff, so that went as well. This American Eagle dress was actually one from my own closet. So that was technically free to me because I wore it multiple times before I decided to list it. This Lucky Brand piece, again, was something I had initially picked up for myself, but it didn't fit me properly. And this Asics piece, I just wanted to try it because I've never bought and sold Asics clothing before, but you know, I've bought and sold tons of Adidas and Nike and Under Armour. I just wanted to see if it was similar. So he bought all of this from me for $66.35, and then of course I had to refund him shipping. So this is just, all in all, it was like almost $200, or it was $200 even after I refunded the shipping. So it's just an incredible sale for one person to buy all of this for me. He said that he liked everything that he got, everything arrived safely, and that his family members also enjoyed the items. He sent me a message on Discord, which I do have a Discord. It's linked down below, I think. I don't really talk about it on my channel. It's just like if you want to come hang out, I'm on there sometimes. But thank you guys so much. Again, Drinking Buddy, thank you for that just ridiculous sale. I mean, when it came across, I sent him a message on Discord. It's just incredibly generous and quite the surprise. So thank you everyone for watching. That's everything that sold the first week of September, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, bye. Bye.